Today we're gonna try something different. Usually whenever I go into the fighting game, you see the end result of my progression of understanding the fighting game. Basically, I may not have a lot of skill with the character, but I clearly understand how to play the game correctly. In For Honor, I have the chance to show you how this progression molds. This is my very first duel, or should I say set of duels, as Kensei, where I was trying to explain you how this process happens and molds in itself. So even if you don't understand what's going on and you are not playing For Honor or Kensei, you will most likely understand how people understand how to play. Yeah, I know, a lot of repeating of the same word, but it's the key here. With that said, on to the action. First duel, I'm playing a prestige player, Warden.
Round one.
I'm pretty sure that Warden is one of the strongest characters in the game, and Kensei, I'm not sure actually. I don't feel too strong with Kensei, but I try to do a lot of feinting, just because whenever I see people dueling, that's my ranged attack, it has armor. Whenever I see people dueling, I just saw people feint a lot. So I'm trying to repeat this, even though I don't really understand the value of it. For now. Shit. I probably should not do a lot of attacks on block, but you see, whenever you do 2 attacks as Kensei, the third one is a 50-50, from which you can either do an unblockable, which smart guys will try to dodge, that's why you can do an uninterruptible attack that catches that, or you can actually cancel it and grab and reset the situation of 50-50. However, you should look onto your stamina, since all of that actually requires quite a lot of stamina. But that's actually Kensei's game for me. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I'm trying to do a lot of hits. I tried to whiff the first hit to see if I can land the second and the first, but Vortex! He keeps wrecking me. So that doesn't work. Alright. A lot of attacks, he parries. It doesn't work. I got it, but if it doesn't work, then how I'm supposed to open him up? I mean, my game is based on cancels. His game is based on Vortex, which is basically, if you don't know what Vortex is a situation where if I don't guess the next move, he will reset the situation again and I will have to guess again, and if I don't guess, then he gets a lot of damage. It's complicated, but that's how it works. Okay. I cancelled the unblockable too early, I guess. That's why it didn't really work. But I see the patterns. Like, whenever you fight somebody, you should always look for the moves that he repeats sometimes, because that's instinctive. You can't... Shit, I thought he's gonna faint. And I make the same mistakes again. Okay. Now, this is where adaptation is coming in. Like, you have to remember everything that he did before that was successful and try to make it least successful. So focus on something that he does a lot. For instance, this guy tends to go back and do the ranged attack that he feints at first. Now I know it! Now it's coming! You see, I blocked this time. So you look for those moments a lot, and you try to find an opening after which you can punish. However, I can't really... If I do 2 moves, he'll block it, but if I do the light one, then there is less chance of a parry, so I'm... Okay, he didn't feint it this time. Sometimes he feints it, sometimes he doesn't. I didn't yet learn when exactly he tries to do this, but I will. It's just a matter of being attentive and calm. Okay. I will go for the unblockable next, to see if he's gonna block it, or dodge it. Shit! Vortex! I guessed. Now I'm gonna go for the unblockable, and... Holy shit, he parried the unblockable! Alright. and the second duel, I need to figure out what do I do instead of combos. Like, I can't combo because the second and the third move are parryable. And this guy is the prestige guy. He knows how to parry. I will try to focus more on a single attacks rather than combos this time, to see if I can actually be more successful with it. 2-on-2 duels and 4 versus 4 don't work this way. Like, you actually get more hilarious moments in duels with 2 versus 2 and 4 versus 4, but in 1v1 you get more skill that is not really very valuable on 4 versus 4 because people tend to mash a lot, and whenever you try to feint or do something smart, they just go through it. Or lots of guys gonna run up to you and you will have to block. It's just a lot of base there on revenge mode, when here you can't use the revenge mode, and here people are, well, smarter. Like, you don't see this many parries in 4 versus 4s. Maybe it's just the level of players in general, or maybe it's just, I don't know.
Round 1.
Okay. Let's see if anything changes. I tried to do something smart by cancelling the range attack into the... Oh, you're underestimating me! Okay, play with me. Your thing is so smart. This will most likely make him think of me a little bit more. Take me a little bit seriously, let's say it like that.
Round 3.
It actually wastes a lot of stamina, I just noticed. Single attacks. I don't even know if that really works for now, because I feel like he's not taking me too seriously. I parried, he parried back. Ah, taunting! I will not lose my composure! Composure! Honoru! Skill vortex? No? Parry. See, he tries to do combos as well. He's not always going for the vortex. He sometimes tries to parry me. I mean, to combo me. Into just relying that his attacks will be fast enough. Okay, if that wasn't serious, the next one will be for sure. He's not living anywhere. I'm guaranteeing that. If he wanted to live, he would have done that in the first duel. He didn't do that, so he'll most likely go on for the third one to show that this was a mistake. He did let me win the first round. The second round, I don't know. I mean, he didn't really stand, but I think that he didn't really think too much. The third round, probably the same. I think I will main Kensei, just for the duels. Whenever I go for duels, I will try to play as seriously as possible, to learn more, to be more skillful and a better player in general. And whenever I play eliminations, dominions, 2v2s and everything else, I will go for the characters that you guys request, like warlords, conquerors and stuff like that. I have a long list of what you've requested, so I'm gonna get busy. For now,
Round 1.
I will just work on my general skills in this game. I noticed that I don't feint a lot, and instead I'm just simply looking for the opening and moving around. Okay. Next time I will cancel that. Because, you know, he keeps parrying the unblockable. I could have whiff punished, I think. Getting too hasty with the strings. Shit. Okay. He rarely goes for the grab whenever he attempts the vortex. Parry. He thought he's gonna grab. He thought I'm gonna grab, that's why he did that. Because I usually... Shit. Because I usually step forward and attempt the grab. He this time cancelled it and he didn't guess. A lot in this game is based on luck, I swear. It's similar to a deadly game of rock, paper, scissors sometimes, but only sometimes. Because if you see, for example, Kensei dash forward, there are two things that can happen. He can either grab you or go up and light attack. And if he doesn't guess, then he gets the damage in. See that coming? You see he tried to parry, that's why the heavy up attack went on instead of the actual parry, and I cancelled it, and that's why I caught him. Nah, got a bit too hasty. Come on, dude. Oh! I just want him dead! I just want him dead! That little square. Snap. I actually expected some cheap damage, but it didn't go through. Nah, I could have done it right away, but whatever. He gets in this. What? I didn't kill? You can't come back from this. You can't possibly come back from this, can you? No. The vortex, isn't it? Shit, he did the grab! I guessed. Simply guessed. If he decided to do an attack instead of the grab the second time, he would have won. And I simply decided I'm gonna mash. Even though before that, all that he did was going for the side attack instead of the grab. Snap. I tried to whiff again. I thought I'm gonna whiff the two moves and he's gonna get into the unblockable, but it didn't happen. My attack's faster. He really likes the heavies. Maybe he tries to read the parry. Shit! That was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake too! Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh, what can he possibly do? He'll faint. I'm gonna grab. I failed the grab! I wanted to parry, and instead of the parry, I messed up the timing. And instead of the parry, the up attack went. And my up attack was slower than his, obviously, because he started his up attack faster than mine.
Round 4.
Should have sidestepped. But then again, he could have just ranged attack, but he doesn't really do that. He's not the type of person to just throw out the range attack randomly. That's something new. I cancelled it. See, he attempts new things. He tries to adapt to what I'm doing. Shit. What? Okay. What? The vortex! He's out of stamina. I was counting on this. Eat the damage you! I'm doing the comeback. Again. Why doesn't it hit? I'm gonna grab. Fuck. I'm not the only one who fails the comebacks, okay? He failed his comeback too. Okay, this is the last round. Everything that I've collected so far as of knowledge should count on now.
Round 5.
He will most likely act different too. Mind games. I've exhausted all of my tricks, so I'm just gonna try and... Oh, I haven't done this for a while. Keep getting into this one. Good. Ah! I need to bait out that unsafe shoulder bash, because I know that he knows that it worked before. You know, for a second I thought that he actually blocked it, but I still killed him somehow, which is weird because the chip damage should have not been enough. So I guess the power of anime killed him? Anyway, I count this as adapted and won. I like how they all travel in one giant pack. First they go over, kill one guy, then they go over, kill the second guy, then go over the third, kill the third guy, and I believe I'm next, but I've collected all the buffs, and... Ooh! Oh shit. The power! Turning swallow cut! Get wrecked! Oh, scrubs.